whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'll do this, actually. We'll do this, and then we'll keep going.
Welcome to the cave. Welcome to the show. The beer is cold and it's time to go. LongHairedYeti'sCave is the place to hang out. Come on the show and scream and shout. Keeping it real is what it's all about. The show is about to begin. We have everything here aside from a dog called Will.
That bit me on the awesome.
The show's about to begin. We have everything here aside from a dog called Will. The show is about to begin. We have everything here aside from a dog called Will. Get very real.
Come on, Tony. Come on, mate.
I did that. Look at you fucking out.
You still have banging, though, eh?
Oh, but how true is it?
It's made by AI.
It's pretty what you can do.
Yeah, it's this thing called Sunni AI. Oh, fuck off. It always comes on again. Fuck off. Yeah. It's made a thing called Sunni AI. You put the lyrics in, and then you put the style of music that you want. And it came up with that, which is brilliant, apart from like the dog called Win, but I can't actually change that now. But big up everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the final whistle, and big up Maltor, big up Yeti, and Suno. Yeah, it's absolute class. And mate, we're both in the fucking shit today, aren't we, bro? We're both in the fucking shit.
I know, mate. I mean, I was working today, and you know, I was trying to watch it in the background and that, and I see the kind of the disallowed goal, and I thought myself, here we go.
Yeah.
And that every time Kudos was on the ball, there was booze and all this kind of stuff.
Mm.
And, when I finally eventually left work, I was listening on the radio. The commentator said, "Just shows you how bad it is. Even the fans have stopped booing Kudos at this stage as well." Just summed it how the day went up. Dear me, man.
Malto says, you have this show scheduled for tomorrow. Did I? Okay, well, it's not tomorrow, it's today. But I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you've seen of like what happened with West Ham. I thought the first goal that was called off was very, very harsh, personally. I don't know what you think, whether you've seen it or not.
Yeah, before we came live, I was watching the the replays of it, and then it showed you the replay of the foul, and it's like there's not much in there at all, really. And I suppose it was the manager that Carl Walker's how he went down.
Yeah,
Peter, where he kind of went down. I think that's probably the reason why he kind of got it awarded against him. But really, yeah, it was so light.
Yeah.
But it's really, for Potter's point of view, seeing that, it's like, yeah, it's back to square one again. Here we go again. And seeing Sarr's goal. The fact that when he gets the amount of, the loop on the balls, it came into the back of the net, it's like,
bird ball. Fucking hell, that was a good header, that was.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and he timed the again that one in itself. I thought Moses was in goal because he went like that, and they both had defenders parted like the Red Seas kind of thing, and then and he just had that freedom and good finish. Yeah.
You can't really knock that, can you? Really, I mean, it's like it's like with West Ham. You know what I can't get with West Ham, right? Is that as soon as the going gets tough, they fuck off. And that's never been the West Ham of the past. And what I couldn't understand is like Spurs was obviously taking over the game, and the only way to get back in was to keep your creative spark on there, who, in my opinion, is Paqueta. He took him off for a defensive player.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this guy doing? Do you think you might get? Do you think you might drop him and get Nuno? I think that'd be a good idea, to be honest.
Well, the interesting, I mean, I wouldn't say no to Nuno. I mean, like, you know, there's certain people saying, no, I wouldn't have Nuno, but at least he knows what he's doing in that respects. You know, he's got an idea, and I think he'll get sank at the players. I mean, I was on E20's his afterthought show, and that was quite intriguing in itself. But saying Mourinho, and it's like, for one, we ain't got the funds for a Mourinho to come in and that. Two, who's going to be bigger in the club, Sullivan or Mourinho? And there's only going to be one.
That is a very good point, actually, because he's already gone against like Marianakis, so he's going to be one of those managers that they know that when it starts going wrong, that he's going to go against them as well.
Yeah.
So that is a very, very good point. I mean, I thought personally that Spurs under Thomas Frank looked like a good side. Personally, I do think they look like a really good side. He's got a lot of good sort of backup players and stuff like that as well. It just fell to pieces. The one player that I like that you've got at the minute is, well, Jared Bowen, obviously, but that Doof.
Yeah. He's like, for us at the moment, or in my opinion, he's like the bargain of the season we've bagged so far. I think we only paid like 19 million for this kid, and what he can offer. You know, he can, you know, not only can he play like defensive, but he can also go down the wing. He can, you know, deliver a great ball into the box. Plus the fact he can also score as well.
Yeah. He looked brilliant going down that left-hand side. I mean, when the game first started, I thought you looked really good. You was attacking, same as you did with us at the City Ground. You was attacking, you was trying to go for it and all this, that and the other. But then it just kind of falls off. And I don't know why it falls off, but it seemed that the intensity and everything falls off. And you got away lucky with a penalty, because Fernandez is pretty much doing some WWE shit on Van der Ven. You know what I mean? That is insane for me. I mean, but then all of a sudden, like, you know, Spurs turn it on, and you know, and then it's 3-0, and then it's just done, isn't it? And you've got people walking out the ground, which I understand that people walk out the ground. But what I don't understand is you're not hurting the club because you've already paid. PC.
And this is the problem. I mean, there's I think the next game is at home is Palace, and they're going to do a protest at this game.
Yeah, so they should.
And you're spot on what you're saying. You know, the only way you're going to really hurt it, the club itself or the board, is literally don't turn up.
Yeah.
End of.
Stop paying. Yeah.
It's you know.
Simple as that.
I've seen a few people in a few West Ham chats and said, you know what, this has done me now. You know, I've got a season ticket in that, but I ain't setting foot back in that ground.
No, I don't blame them either. I mean, the one against us on the Sunday was just a freak result, wasn't it? Basically, I mean, we weren't good enough anyway, but. You know, it was just
of a situation that was going on in your club. You got to think you had a chairman and a manager that was kind of having conflicting thoughts about each other, and obviously, you know, he paid the price for it the day after. But it's a case that, you know, there were certain West Ham people. Didn't expect. Fucking look at that! We outplayed Foyst. We don't expect to do that. And it's like, whoa, hold on. This is just one game.
Of course it is. You know? Yeah, of course it is.
It's a long way to go yet, and you're getting excited about one game.
Yeah,
I said it on, you know, with the shows I do, etc. One game don't make of your season. It's got to get not just back to back. You've got to be consistently trying to win games, etc. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, with Potter, we see it last season. He's doing exactly the same thing this season. So I get in that one game, and suddenly he goes 10 steps backwards or goes sideways. And today was a typical example of that, because I think you just said it. It's why did he do what he did? The alarm bells he should have changed at half time. When they got that first goal was disallowed, it's a case of that, hold on, we're getting easily beaten here. And of course, it was early, I think, in the second half, because I was still working at the time, but I heard it was 1-0 and that. Well, a few kind of Spurs workers came in and love to rub it in my face. You're shit. And yes, we know we're shit. That's the thing. We can actually admit it. That's the difference. We can admit we're shit. But when you look at something like that, for me, he should have made changes at half time, hearing what I did.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He stuck with it. Someone said, as the fact of you got young Freddie Potts that kind of featured in pre-season, and set foot basically back into the team. Andy Irving today gets put on about, what was it, 92nd, 93rd minute?
Yeah, he looked all right as well. He looked all right. He stopped a few things that was going on, to be fair. So, yeah, he looked all right.
We kept Ward-Prowse on for all that game. And it seems to be whatever this man does, it's like he can walk on water, and that he can turn water into wine and this and the other. Potter just has his belief in this man. And unfortunately, them days have gone. He's not the same person you saw at Southampton, right, when he was scoring these free kicks. He's not that person. But for some reason, Potter is just kind of like, he's in every single time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't actually do anything about it that it's set for tomorrow. So I've tried. I can't see any way to edit that now. So it is what it is. But was you working on our game? When we played
Yeah. I watched.
don't
get me wrong. I mean, that first goal, bloody hell!
It was amazing.
I mean, the fact he caught it on the volley it took a deflection. But even way, I think even if he didn't do that, Sells, who had a pretty decent game, I don't think he would have saved that, because that was just just a rocket.
It is.
He caught on the ball as well when he hit it.
you sometimes you have to just turn around and say, you know what, as a football fan, that is a fantastic goal. And I mean, from the very start of the game, to be honest, having Morato as a left back, I think every Forest fan was like, oh my fucking days, what have you done that for? Because we've seen him at left back, and he is not a good left back. I don't even think he's all that good, to be quite honest with you. He's got a good left foot pass and all that. But Madueke absolutely had us on toast. And they're all saying Zubimendi's the man of the match. Yes, he did some good. He did good stuff, don't get me wrong. But for me, Madueke had us on fucking toast. And Murillo had to keep trying to cover it. He was doing what he does. Now he's obviously got injured, which is going to be a massive fucking thing for us. I'll be honest, today, what it looked like to me was a coach that's come in, and instead of like going, let's just keep it the way it is and let me see what you're about. So keep playing the way you was, but let me see what you're about today. But I think that when he came in, he started doing the coaching and all this, that, and the other. So we was at 6s and 7s. We didn't know whether to keep the ball or whether to pass the ball or whatever. And it was a shit show. Honestly, it was a shit show. The only good things I can take out today, big up Danny, mate. Big up to you, bro. And Potter must be sacked. I would not be surprised if that didn't happen, to be quite honest with you.
I don't think it'll be long.
The only players for me that actually stood out was Anderson and Murillo. Murillo going off injured is a big fucking kick in our teeth, to be quite honest with you. And also Aina getting injured from the internationals as well. That's a massive blow as well. his style isn't implemented yet. You can see that, you know. Anderson for me was fantastic again. Anderson is just going from leaps and bounds. He is such a great player in the midfield. The three players that came on, Savona, thought was really good. Thought Delane Bakwa looked like he's shown a lot of promise, and Callum Owendo, I thought, showed a lot of promise as well. But other than that, I don't even have any fucking positives, to be honest. You know, I mean, I know going to the Emirates is not an easy thing anyway. You know, you're not going to go there and blast someone.
No.
You know?
I mean, we managed to get a 1-0 win out of it last year, and again, like, you know, just because we got that 1-0 win against them, it was the next couple of games for me. You know, yeah, big up Tono, you're doing well, mate. It's like you said about Aina. He's injured on the internationals.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: was he sitting on the bench?
No, he's actually playing. He weren't on the bench today.
He's actually playing. Because not being funny, full crew gets injured for Germany, and that we put him on the bench. A bloke is injured.
What?
Yeah.
No, Aina got injured.
He got hobbled off the pitch on the international. He got hobbled off the, taken off the pitch, and he puts him on the bloody bench. And then the best part
makes no sense.
We don't go, with Wilson. We put Wilson's on the bench, and we put like Bowen and and Paqueta in a kind of like a false nine kind of position. It's like, what are you doing here, kind of, and that was one of the things. And then, of course, you've got Souček and Ward-Prowse playing in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Souček is good for aerial ability and this and the other. I mean, but I've just seen him again, the sending off where he kind of overcompensating and literally catching the player, ripping a big old hole in his sock.
Yeah. Both feet are off the ground. You can't really...
You can't argue with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And... this is, but we've got Fernandez, we've got Margessa, we've just signed as well. And when you look at that Spurs side, they're not old. They're a fairly young side. And one thing Potter didn't do was match it. In my eyes. And this is the problem. For me, Wilson had a blinder when he came on against you guys. So carry that into this game. If he's only going to last you 40, 60 minutes kind of thing, then you've got something out of him. But the fact you're going with, two midfielders and that to try and compensate up front kind of thing, I don't know, man. It just seemed to be madness. And again, I mean, we've got Fabianski back, and we had two keepers sitting on the bench. Because they're saying about, obviously, who is it now, got injured kind of thing. So we're compensating for that. And it's like, no, you don't need to, you have one keeper there at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've got Freddie Potts, we've got Scholes, we've got this Marshall, this young kid called Marshall on there, pretty decent forward. He might as stay where he is because he ain't seen the first team. And this is the problem we had. And this is the best. Get this. This is what I found out, this evening when I looked it up. We're getting done by set pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a set piece coach, I'm assuming, at Forest.
We haven't.
So. We haven't. No.
Really?
Yeah. We're one of the few clubs that doesn't have a dedicated set piece coach.
I mean, I don't know if we actually have, to be fair. I'm not sure if we actually have got a set piece coach, but he ain't doing a great job if we have. But,
well, put it this way, we definitely know, if we did have one, and if he was there, and that, then he need to be shot because this is where when you think about it now, what's his 3, 8? So that's 11 goals now shipped against us.
Well, the only time you actually looked fucking good in the air and good in the box was when you played against us, and I was like, I was saying these are the worst team, like when a ball goes into the box, and then when you played against us, it was much better. But one thing I will say about when you played against us is like you left us with the ball. and we don't do very well keeping the ball. We more do the counter-attacking thing. And I think that was a good tactic in that respect. You kind of, and that's something I will give Potter, because at the end of the day, you made sure that we kept the ball and we didn't know what to do with it, because we normally go on counter and all that kind of stuff. But we're at home, so we've got to be the attacking team. So Big Hands might work out in that way. When it comes down to Big Hands, people are saying to me now, does it need to be him out and all this, that, and the other? No, it doesn't, because it can take time. Even when Nuno took over, he didn't have the pieces together, and then he sorted the pieces out, and then sorted it and brought in Milenkovic, and then he sorted out that defence and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could kind of work out, but to be honest, I think any new manager, forget this new manager bounce bollocks that everybody talks about. Any manager that takes over a club, the last game two games you don't want: Liverpool at Anfield or fucking Arsenal at Emirates. They are not the first game you want. They are not the first game you want. Not in a million years.
Not at all, mate. I mean, see, going back to with us, when you think of the opening game of the season, we signed this Mads Hermansen from Leicester.
He looks decent. He looks all right.
Oh man, I don't know, because he played one friendly for him. He came over to us, and he's not really had any kind of bedding in. And what's Potter going to do? He sticks him straight in goal, because Areola didn't have a decent pre-season. His
double save was pretty fucking special, though. Towards the end
today, that was but we have, like I said to you, you've got to look at the other thing. How can you? And not being funny, if the keeper stood out half a mile, kind of thing, and it's a case of yes, he deserves to start. When you got someone who's not exactly a first teamer, one game in a friendly, and it's like,
I get where you're coming from.
Let's stick him in goal straight away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What he's capable of and stuff like this. He's coming into a new team, no idea what it's all about, and we're sticking him in goal. And he gets peppered with shots, and we lose that game. Then we put him in. You
need to earn your shirt. I know what you're saying. It's the same as my point of view.
Yeah.
You've got to earn your shirt. It's same as like if Liverpool play tomorrow. For me, Ekatiki's got to start. And then Isaac's got to be on the bench to actually 100%. Earn his shirt, same as anybody else, Danny says that new Everton stadium looks like shit. But no, I ain't seen it, bro. I ain't seen it. But, when it comes down to us, I think we've got an absolute star in Anderson. I think the next game I'll probably drop Morgan Gibbs-White and put McAtee in there instead, because the one thing that grinds my gears about Morgan Gibbs-White is he will try and dribble through three players, and he's got this like pig-headedness. It's like, I can do this, I can 100% do this, but you can't. But if you've got three players around you coming at you when you're dribbling it, get it over to somebody else, because those three players have left space somewhere. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I agree on that.
And he don't do that. And Anderson, for me, when he gets the ball at his feet, I don't know what you think, but he does constantly give me Gaza vibes.
Because he keeps it simple, mate.
Sticks to him.
Yeah, he keeps it simple. If you give the ball to someone and they're bound to give it back to you, and he's creating that kind of space to do this. It's a good point you say about Gibbs White. You've got to think, 1 minute he's going to go and join Spurs, and also the next minute he signs a big contract with his guys and he stays. Is it a case of, greater than now? It's a case of, I feel, I'm better.
That was that, mate. That was Barry Nackers with a fucking gun to his head and saying, if you go Spurs, you're dead.
It's, I don't know. Is he got too big for his boots all of a sudden because of that? Because you see players suddenly it's a case of like, I'm the number one there, aren't I? Because they've given me this new contract.
I get where you're coming from.
Well, I can walk. I can't do no wrong now because I've been redeemed because I've signed back for the club.
Well, apparently he's the most expensive. He's on the biggest wages of any Forest player that we've ever had. Now,
See, that's the problem, isn't it?
And to me, I'm not massively 100% Morgan Gibbs White fan, to be honest. I think he doesn't learn from his mistakes, which I don't like. When you sort of try to dribble through 3 players and it don't work, and you can at the start of the season, what was the game against Brentford? He was phenomenal. He went up against 3 players, he passed it aside, and we got something going from that. But now he's got back into that where I'll just try and take these 3 players on, and you're not going to fucking do it. I don't care. Unless you're prime fucking Ronaldo or prime Messi, you ain't going to do that shit. Yeah? So play it to somebody else, and then the space that's created by those players that go to you will be taken advantage of. Today, I mean, it was just like, you know what? It came across to me like Ange had come in coaching over the last 4 or 5 days, and they was mixed up with what to do. Whether there was to do the Nuno thing or whether there was to do the Ange thing, and it just did not work. Now, what Ange should have done is come in and gone, right, I want you to go out on Saturday, do exactly what you've been doing, and I'll keep an eye on you and see who deserves the shirt. That's what he should have done. And today, apart from Murillo, Anderson, and the 3 guys that came on, I didn't think any of them earned the shirt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I make you right on that. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, it's like with what I've seen of the game, our game, shall I say, it was only maybe 2 players that kind of stood out, but that was really it. And you seeing near the end, because I saw like the I think from, was it 75 minutes onwards, just going through the motions.
Yeah. I mean, your lot look really bad, to be fair. I can't believe we've actually lost to you lot, but I don't know what's going on with the Nuno thing and how the players are going to react. But at the end of the day, they've got to be professional. And today, Milenkovic did what Milenkovic normally does. Murillo did what Murillo normally does. Having Morato at left back was just fucking suicide right from the start. I think any Forest fan that saw that was like, what are you doing? I mean, you've bought players in. You've got Savona. You could have put him on there and put Williams on the left. It would have made a big difference, and that made a difference to the game right from the start. Holds too much the ball like Curtis Jones, and I just seen that Leeds own goal. That is odd. I've not actually seen any of the other highlights or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, look, I didn't expect to go to the Emirates and beat them. They've just lost to Liverpool. They're title challengers, so there was always going to bring it today. Zubimendi getting a header, that annoys the shit out of me because he's no bigger than Frodo fucking Baggins. And it's like, how the hell does he get a header in the box, man? That is just fucking ridiculous. But, I thought Arsenal today, Madueke definitely made a claim to have that right-hand spot because I thought he was absolutely fantastic today. But the thing is, he also he was up against somebody that he's not on that level, and he turns like a tanker. He's not a fucking fullback. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have had fucking Zinchenko, but they obviously weren't going to allow that. But I just didn't really see anything great today. I think we had one chance. Woods. That was it.
Bloody hell, man. I mean, and I suppose, like you said, you've got to kind of give Angie, he's got to settle himself in. He's got to put his style on what he's going to give to this team. And I said it a couple of days ago on one of the shows we did, and for me, it's a case of I feel that the Forest team he inherited, he's got some better players than he did at Spurs.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think.
So it's what he's going to do with those guys and seeing the best of it. I mean, I don't know if you've heard it. I mean, there's a bit where who was it now? I'm treating one of the stations. Spoke to Hudson-Odoi. What do you think of Big Ange did? And he chuckled. And it's like, okay, that's quite interesting to hear that. And he says, well, we'll have to see what he can do. So it's like, that tells me you've not exactly got faith in this bloke, just hearing that comment. He didn't say it directly, but if you listen carefully, he's here. He's here. What can I do? I've got to listen to it. He's my boss. I've got to kind of crack on with it and let's see what goes on with it. And it's one his first game in charge. I'm sure he'll get himself settled in there. I mean, if you listen to Ange's first team talk for Forest kind of thing, as he said, like, well, maybe I've got to do it in, I can't do it in 2 years, so I've got to try and do it in 1 year, win something, because
he knows
what his trademark is. But I think, look, he knows, like Evan Kelson there, being sacked by Spurs, even though you won them something, the highlight's on him, isn't it, at the end of the day? And the problem, I suppose, more than Kelson, what he also highlights is, because obviously what's happened at your club with Marinakis and obviously the Nuno situation, it just puts you on the limelight a lot more, regardless of if he was at home, away to Arsenal or anything like that. Anything that this man was going to do, the media will kind of highlight that. Oh, is he next? Because he's not that Marinakis wants either, kind of thing. It's like, Jesus, man, he's only just set foot in the door. Give him a chance. Let's see what he will do, I mean, like with us, unfortunately, Potter came in, and that game when we played Aston Villa in the Cup, because we had all the shite with Lopetegui, seeing that one game, and it's like, you know what, this ain't bad, this. Because we look like we're actually doing something now. We look like we're actually kind of playing as a unit now. Things, maybe they can understand what this bloke's saying. And then as soon as he's kind of like, he gets his kind of contract and he gets his feet under the table and that, it goes fucking south rapid, and straight away it's like, phew. And then when you kind of go into the, the previous manager we've had, Avram Grant was the worst. He's laughing his nuts off now because Potter's now the worst manager. 6 wins in 21 games.
That is fucking ridiculous. That is absolutely
6 years
ridiculous.
Since Spurs beat us at home.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Danny says if Andrew plays Ireland, you're in for hella stress, Mate, you know what? I mean, the only thing that I can take from it is, do I think that Marinakis has made a mistake? Yes, I do. Because I think Nuno had a good counter-attacking style going with us, and we looked dangerous on the counter-attack and everything. Do I think that made a play in last Sunday's game against West Ham? Yes, I think it was mega in the mind of what was going on, But at the same point, West Ham kept leaving us with the ball. So was that a Potter masterclass, or was that to do with that? We don't know that. We can't say that. But the thing is, I don't know. Look, I'm not going to judge him on one game. When he gets his style going, I do think we've got a lot more grit than what Spurs had. So his actual style could work with us. But at the same point, there's something in the back of my mind that's saying that Marinakis, you've made a mistake here.
I think this is a pride thing for Marinakis, and there's a case
I do.
I think it's a case of I come out on top, not you. I come out on top.
And 100%.
I think this is probably, because don't get me wrong, this bloke is he's different in the style he does things, and you've got to admire that. But at the same point, look at the bigger picture. This is your club.
Yeah.
You've got a manager that kind of this hero. What's got a loose hero? So it keeps coming out of me, bloody hero. It's the fact that we know full well, and we've spoke about me and you spoke this many a times. I think it was the verge of nearly getting relegated. He saves you. Last season, pulls an absolute miracle out of the bag. Really transforms the team and that, and everyone thought yourself, you know what? It's great to see a team like Forest get to where they are now, kind of thing, because it's long overdue. And for me, it was great seeing it because I love seeing that kind of thing. Okay, it waned off a little bit, and he kind of recovered near the end of the season. And then we see that last bit where the chairman comes on the pitch and he's pointing at Nuno and he's giving him
that wasn't good.
And when the club try to come out with an excuse in that, he was just showing his passion. He's trying to say this and the other, and it's like, no.
Well, that was what I said. That was what I said.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I said that to be honest, all these things needed to be done at the way of the media and out the way of the public eye. The Nuno comments needed to be done out the public eye. The Marianakis thing on the pitch needed to be done out the public eye. It needed to be sorted outside of it, and it's all been blown up. And we want to be talked about in the fact of like what we're doing and how good we're going. And I do, in a sense. I mean, look, I'm not going to say that Angie's a bad idea, but I do think we've took a major backward step. A major backward step now.
100%.
And the thing is, there's no time. There's no time. 17th, we've got Swansea in the Carabao Cup, and then we've got the Europa. There's no time to actually get this going. So to me, it's a little bit fucking stupid. The whole situation is a little bit stupid. Big up Jez, man. How you doing, Jez?
Evening, Jez.
All right, Tony, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Can't be nothing else, mate, because we've still got a laugh our head off and that what's going on with our club. But other than that, mate, all good stuff.
Yeah, absolute capitulation there, my friend.
Yeah. Without fail.
100%. Danny says facts that wasn't good for Forest. The owner on the pitch. No, it weren't. And Danny also says big up, Jez. One thing you can say about me is I didn't write checks again. I didn't turn around and say we're going to go to the Emirates and beat fucking Arsenal. I did say that this is the one I want. I'd love to get that. But today, man, I can't believe it was 3-0. You should have fucking absolutely smashed us today.
Well, we're not firing all cylinders yet, that's for sure. But there's some good performances there today from Arsenal.
There was.
I thought your goalkeeper had a bad day today. Sells. Goalkeeper, good goalkeeper, but yeah, I didn't think much of him today.
Don't think he had much of a defence in front of him, though, Jez. I think that makes a big difference as well.
No, I think Eze, Eze's a player I've wanted for quite a while. 2 years I wanted Eze at Arsenal, and he proved it today what he can do.
Yeah.
Whether I like him playing out on that left flank, I'm not convinced. I'd rather him in.
No, I'm not. No.
Personally, if that was me, I'd have him wary out left, Madueke right, as it stands with Saka being out injured. So I think he'd be more. I don't know. I mean, come Tuesday night, we're away to Bilbao. Maybe Arteta will put Eze in Odegaard's position. Maybe he will.
Do you reckon he will? Do you reckon he'll do that though? Because if he does that and Eze performs,
no, he won't do that.
Proves him wrong, doesn't it?
Well, that's forcing that then's forcing Arteta's hand, isn't it? We know he won't. I'm just saying, I'd like him to do it. I'd be very, but he won't do it. We know what he's like. He's an arrogant prick. But I mean, I can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
I've just done a watch along, and the amount of people, right? I put it in the chat. You were there. You know, the amount of people agreeing. Yeah, Jez, that's the way to go. But we won't do that. So
nah. The problem with Arteta is he's got his way, and it's like if he puts Eze in the 10, then Eze's going to look for Gyökeres at every opportunity because he keeps doing that all the time, which is fucking awesome. If when Odegaard went off, if he was not this big-headed twat that he is, he would have dropped Eze to the 10. He would have put Wanyeri as the right-hand side and Madueke on the left. Madueke was already having a phenomenal game, so you could have put him anywhere on that pitch. He would have still been in that same kind of flair mood. And you could have put Eze as the 10. Eze would have looked for Gyökeres at all points. I'm glad you didn't, to be quite honest with you, because I think it could have been a fucking cricket score if you had. But I think that was the way forward.
I do agree with you on that one. But look, we all know how Arteta thinks and works now. Right? He won't. If the fans or any person thinks that Arteta will go the logical way, forget it.
Yeah.
He won't work like that. He's controversial. He likes to be a prick, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to get caught out eventually, but yeah, we'll see.
But when it comes down to being detrimental to your team, that's when you've got somebody in charge that's not about the team. It's not about the club. It's about himself.
True.
And that's not good.
Well, I think getting over to you, Tone. I saw Karen Brady was at the Emirates today.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it? You know, it's because she had a meeting with the supporters club, and they was waiting for her to resign. That stubborn cow's turn saying, "I ain't going anywhere. We're not going anywhere." And she's the instigator. She's the one who got Potter in. She's kind of one who got him the longer contract because Potter was really initially was going to just be on a 6-month contract. She managed to wrangle 2.5 years for him, and it's just not worked.
Did you see the bird that was sat next to Sullivan? I've seen more fucking plastic at a Mattel factory, to be quite honest.
Oh God!
yeah. Well, you got to think, you know, from his industry and that, know that she's come from that area, kind of thing, you know. And yeah, I mean, why is she at the Emirates and that? But then don't forget, she referred to us fans as customers.
Customers.
We are customers.
Oh,
that kind of tells
but
you.
Customer's always right, so she's not doing that very well, is she?
No, it's fucking hell, man.
You know,
I mean, even when they're on Talk Sport and she's talking about we've got a 67,000 seater stadium, have we? How comes we're only down we're actually officially 62,000? So where's she getting the other 5,000 from all of a sudden? Because it weren't there.
Don't know.
I do fear for West Ham at the moment. I really do.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a little bit of an affinity West Ham. I think, I think they're a great club. Much I hate the fucking shit out of them for beating us in the cup final in 1980.
Did we do that, Jess?
I forgot that.
Long time ago, mate. I still remember it. You know,
Back in the day.
No worries, mate.
Never gone away. You know, I still have nightmares about that one.
The problem is, I think you're right what you're saying, Matt. I mean, the worst part about it is James, for me too, and he is an advocate for it. But this owner at the moment, there's no. I mean, we've lost in certain respects. We've lost our identity as we are as West Ham as a club. The fact of you can see that picture behind me. It's got West Ham United. The fact we dropped the United name and put West Ham London. I'm just waiting to see shirts for West Ham New York, Hong Kong. It's ridiculous how it's gone.
Have you? So you've actually. Is that right? So you're not West Ham United anymore?
So you look at it, it's down as, I think it's West Ham United, but if you're on the badge itself, it's West Ham and then London underneath. They dropped United in the badge.
No, really? Don't like that.
So in Company's House, I think it's West Ham United PLC or something. Oh, West Ham Limited. It's changed its name. It's just craziness what they've done with it. We found or James found out the other day that our trophies are, what we've won over the years. There's no museum at the London Stadium. They're actually in a jeweller's in a vault in Hatton Garden.
Christ. Really? Dear God. Really? You haven't got them on. Oh dear, I don't know.
No, not at all. Not at all. We don't own the ground, as you know.
No.
We've just paid off a £55 million loan with some company, and that we've now got a kind of bridging loan with Barclays for 40 million. We kind of remortgaged on, you name it. It's an absolute mess. Absolute mess.
It is.
And for both, for all three of us and the people in the chat, you've supported your clubs from
Bill Anthony,
etc. Big up Anthony. You supported your club as youngsters, and you grew up with that tradition of what your club was. Forest for getting the 2 stars, for Arsenal being the Invincibles, and also having that attacking style of football. West Ham for being classed as the academy of football, and the players we brought through that's played for England and stuff like this. This current ownership at the moment, and that they don't give 2 shits about what we are. We've
that's so sad. That is.
They have literally sold the club down the river and that, and also I say the only thing they haven't flogged at the moment is is the bloody candlesticks. But give them a chance on that, they'll do that as well.
It's a classic case, right? A classic case of a football team once again leaving their home grounds.
Yeah.
Been there many times. And you've left your home turf, right? Moved into this shambles of a fucking stadium. That you've lost your heart.
Yeah.
And we've seen this happen with time again and again and again. I mean, to me, I still hate the Emirates. I fucking hate it. I did a show this week. It was this week. Yeah, with views on sport, and he did your Arsenal journey type show, and he said to me, about Highbury and all this and all that, and I said, yeah, because that was Arsenal's home. That's what I was brought up with as a kid. That's where I first went. I lived right opposite the bloody place.
Yeah.
And it was that's my home. Not Highbury as my home, but you know what I mean. And going to the Emirates, to me, it's just a fucking fishbowl.
Yeah.
And that is, the only time I've ever been to your place was at the Olympics, right? I've never been there for football, right? And for the Olympics, it was perfect. And the velodrome, up there, because I love all that.
Yeah.
Velodrome stuff. But it's a classic thing, isn't it? The only thing I would say, excuse me, that's benefited from it is Man City. When they left Main Road and they went to the what's name stadium, but that's because they've had massive funding behind them, huge money. And I've never been to that ground. I won't lie, I've never been there. My wife has. She went there for a concert, and well, to her it's just a ground. It's, you know, it's just a stadium. But the fact is, what's the difference for them is they've had massive funding, massive investment, and they've won loads of bloody cups. Different to you, Tony, at the London Stadium. It's different to Arsenal. Arsenal have won trophies, yes, okay, fair play. Invincibles and FA Cups, but that's all we've won.
Yeah.
All we fucking won. Right? So it's not a massive record. You can't compare the Emirates, right, to Man City's ground of what they've won.
No.
It's a totally different thing. And I think this whole shit show of teams moving out of their home turf, I know it.
Yeah.
The world moves on. Yeah. The thing is, what you guys have done at Nottingham Forest, you've secured your ground.
Yeah. 100%. That's your history. That's everything that you're about. You know, I mean, it's same as when I did the thumbnail with the Arsenal game. I put Highbury behind it instead of Emirates because Highbury is what it's all about. That's your home. You know, it's not about the Emirates. The Emirates is just like a fucking big money thing that they can sort of put out there. But as soon, for me as fans, as soon as you lose that heart, and you can see it. I mean, like today, people were saying in the chat, "Oh, the Arsenal fans are singing, are you Tottenham in disguise?" and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, well, at least they're fucking singing. You know, I mean, you know, back in the day, I mean, I wasn't at Highbury, but you know, back in the day, there was just full chorus right from start to finish. Same as there still is with Sellers Park, Crystal Palace, there still is with Forest at the City Ground, you know, but everybody says it. As soon as you move your ground, the heart goes out of it. It's just not your place. And like I've said about Marianakis, there's a lot of good things he's done, and there's a lot of shit things he's done. And I think one of the shit things he's done, he's got rid of Nuno because he should have looked at the bigger picture instead of just himself, you know, and how he feels and all this, that, and the other. And if Edu was the problem, then get fucking rid of Edu because we've already been bringing good players in anyway. Who the fuck do you think picked Zinchenko? Who do you think picked Zinchenko? It's fairly obvious, isn't it? Edu.
Of course he did. He brought him in.
He's probably sucking his fucking toes, and he wanted him in Nottingham so he could suck his toes there, I would imagine.
Man.
I don't know where we're going to go from here, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, I can see sort of Big Ange's plan and all that kind of stuff. And I think we've got more grit than what Spurs had. But today, for me, we was at 6s and 7s on whether we do the Nuno thing or whether we do the Ange thing. Because he had 4 days to put his part into it as well. And it just didn't work. But, I mean, Jez, you could probably agree with this if you watched the game. Anderson was absolute class again. He was brilliant. The 3 guys that were brought on, Savona, Bakwa, and Calimu fucking bibbidi bobbidi, whatever his fucking name is, he looked decent as well, you know, and they're the only positives I can take. And Murillo stopping you at the last minute of a chance of a goal, getting himself injured. That's the only positives I can take from that.
Yeah, I thought Anderson was quality, to be fair. Arsenal, went all out for it today, and I'm glad.
I knew you would.
I'm glad they did, and it was a totally different game when Odegaard went off.
Yeah.
He is the weak link, but we know
100%.
the manager will keep faith in him. I mean, he's going to be out for a period of time now. Reportedly, he might have to have an operation on his shoulder, and I wish him well. Look, I never like seeing a player getting badly injured.
No.
But if it gives another player a chance to come and prove themselves, well, fantastic.
Sorry, Jez. I'll just—it's just come up on Match of the Day now. I mean, what is Odegaard thinking when he's actually self-inflicted himself that injury you're talking about?
He did.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And this is where he runs. He runs like a headless chicken and that. I mean, he's cool. I mean, he comes flying in there, and he didn't even make contact with the ball. He's kicked the fucking player.
Well, there was a proper boot from Timber on Morgan Gibbs White as well, but that's by the by.
But when you self-inflict it yourself, there's a bit of a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he went up in the air and down from like 6 foot in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, he's lucky he didn't break something.
I mean, Timber and Odegaard tackled each other, didn't they? Because they both sort of go into each other, don't they?
Well,
and then Odegaard goes flying over onto the floor.
Yeah, but you run from distance here. It's like, why are you doing that kind of thing? I know you run around like a fucking blue-ass fly sometimes, but to do what you just did. Well,
I like the conviction in it that two players go in to try and stop somebody. I mean, I like that conviction, but yeah, I mean, he landed solidly on his shoulder. And to me, that was the point where Arteta needed to sort of like go, you know what, I'm going to put Eze in the 10, Wanyeri on the right and Madueke on the left. Because Madueke was already having a fantastic game. He was high, he was buzzing, so you could have put him on the left or whatever like that. But, I mean, the Zubimendi goal was absolutely fucking phenomenal. I mean, I can't do anything but take a bow for that. The little midget gets a fucking header in the box. That's fucking pissed me off big time. That has really pissed me off. And obviously the Murillo injury as well has pissed me off because that's a big player for us. And Ola Aina as well. You know what, Jez? I'll be honest with you, mate. As soon as I saw Morato at left back, I thought we are going to get fucking mullered.
I don't know really, mate, but I just think you lot looked a bit confused today.
Yeah.
What was going on? Eze had a great game. He was on fire today.
He was in the wrong place though for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think against this. No, I don't want to be disrespectful here, right? I think against a better team, he would have been not as he was today. But much as I respect Nottingham Forest, and everybody should respect Nottingham Forest, to me, you looked a bit sort of in and out of what you're doing. And I thought
didn't really know. I don't think anybody really knew what he was doing.
It's the old classic saying: "It's betwixt and between." Should we be doing this? Should we be doing that? Now, I think Ange will sort you out. He's a good manager. Let's get it right. He's a decent manager. It might take a few weeks to settle into the style of play, but my big worry is West Ham. I won't lie. West Ham are in deep shit. And I don't
agree with that.
I don't want to see West Ham going down.
No.
To be honest, I don't want to see that. They shouldn't be in that. That's the thing, Tony. You should not be in that position.
No.
There's far worse clubs in the Premiership the West Ham.
Yeah.
Looking where you are in the table right now, it's not good, man. Not good.
No.
I mean, I was just saying to Yeti early on, Jez, while he was doing your show. I mean, basically, I found out today and that we've got no dedicated set piece coach, so we're just relying on Potter and his coach to do what they're doing. So why is he kind of lacking that kind of base element you should have in your, for your coaching staff? Goalkeeping coach, defending coach, set piece coach. But not to have that at all, and we're being caught out by teams. And blimey, when we play you lot with free kicks and that, you have a field day. I mean, yet he just said about Zubimendi being as small he is in that. I mean, they'll have a field day against their defenders because they just can't jump off the ground.
No. And you got some big guys as well. So if you have a set piece coach, you should be able to take advantage of that.
But no, not at all, mate. It's just poor. I mean, Mavropanos, give him his due. He tried in the first half. He actually tried to do something. But when you've got other players, you only got two players that's really only giving something, and everyone else literally just going through the motions. I mean, I saw, like I said, the last 20 odd minutes of the second half, and I think they had a corner near the end. And you just look at Max Kilman's face, and it's like, you don't want to be there. You can just see it straight away. You don't want to be there. It's rotten from the top downwards. It's not a good time to be a West Ham fan at the moment, because it is. And I know it's early in the season, but when you're seeing signs like this, it's not easy to get out of.
The problem for me with West Ham is what I notice is as soon as the team sort of takes over, they just sort of tools or whatever. I don't know.
It is, mate. I mean, and we've kind of nailed it. It's around about the 65th, 70th minute when it all goes to shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's from that point onwards. And not being funny, when Spurs scored the first goal in that, I mean, like I said, I was on James's channel earlier on, and there were some people saying the red card changed the game. It was 2-0 down.
We
can still be out there now, kind of thing, and that we ain't scoring no goals.
No.
The red card made no difference. I mean, the fact obviously they scored a minute from Souček being sent off, took the free kick, got the goal.
I couldn't understand taking off Paqueta, because Paqueta's like a creative sport. So I couldn't understand taking him off for like.
I think he's alluded to being tactical because it's Palace coming up, and it's like, are you really going down the road with that kind of comment? Because it's like, it doesn't right. I mean, look, we found out during the week Paqueta's admitted, he's very thankful for the West Ham and the fans being behind him with this betting scandal and so forth. But he has literally alluded to in that this will be his last season and he'll be moving on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Danny says, I don't want to see West Ham going down either. I don't want to see West Ham going down. I don't want to see any of our guys going down, to be honest. I mean, Arsenal obviously ain't going down. But West Ham players don't like Potter on the touchline, clear to see. You know what? He seems like one of those kind of managers that's just like, oh, I played shit today, boss. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's another game. Instead of actually turning around going, yeah, you was fucking shit and you need to get your fucking act together. It just seems like one of those like woke kind of people that just like, just puts his arm around somebody who don't deserve it or whatever. That's to me anyway. That's how he looks.
No, it's quite ironic, really, because before we went live with your show just now, I mean, just heard Potter talking, and when he turns around and says, "We've got to have patience." Hold on, how can you have patience with what's going on at the moment? There's no, do you realise what you're actually saying? Sometimes it's like bloody hell. And this bloke's got a degree in psychology. That's the best part about it. And you're coming up with comments like that.
Oh my days. That's what I do like about Big Hands. That is something I do like about Big Hands because he will just say it how it is.
Yeah.
Which is the same as what Nuno did really, but he was never let's be fucking adults here. He was never gonna come away from saying that about Marianakis. He was never gonna come out good saying that about his boss. I've done it many times in my life, and you know what's happened? I've got fucking sacked. You know, because as soon as you go against the boss, then he's got a decision to think, well, do I let this guy get away with it? But if I let this guy get away with it, then everybody else is going to push the fucking scale. And then when I have to get rid of them, they're going to go, well, you let him get away with it. So why, you know what I mean? So
yeah, of course,
I think Nuno made a boat for his own sea or whatever you say.
It is what for his own back.
Mm.
It was just kind of
that's the one.
weird that he suddenly come out with that because it's. I mean, like I said to you, I don't know if it's a case of what happened last season when Marinakis come on the pitch and blah blah blah. Was he holding a grudge from that point onwards? And of course, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I heard today. Was it by the accounts of it? Was it 13 players that you signed during this window?
Yeah, like 12, I think it was.
So when you look at something like that, if he felt like some of them weren't his playing, it was a Marinakis thing. Don't know, you know, maybe just kind of like throwing his toys at the pram, but to come out vocally, and I agree wholeheartedly what you're saying. That kind of shit you do in house.
Yeah, 100%.
No one hears it, and they clear the air with each other and that, and move on. But as soon as you make it public, you've just condemned yourself to a P45 straight away.
I don't think that was ever going to go any other way.
No.
And it's
done.
The problem for me is I'm very outspoken anyway, as you probably already realised. But
never guessed.
It's like I respect him for doing that, but I don't respect him for doing it out in the public. That to me was a stupid move. Really stupid.
There's a time and a place for things, isn't it? For comments like that, there's a time and a place.
Look at Arteta. He's not going to turn around and say, well, the Cronkies aren't giving me enough money, so that's why I'm not winning anything. He's not going to say that, because if he says that, then he's going to be under the cosh as well, isn't he? You know?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Bill Michael Chelsea, Bill Infos, how's everything? Just woke up. Yeah. Did you watch the game, Michael? 2-2, bro. Weren't good enough, mate. We're up to you there, bro.
I just want to read you this. This is on. I'm not on X, Twitter, what you going to fucking call it, right?
Yeah.
There's a guy called Jason Reed, UK.
Right.
If you don't consider the trophies, Mikel Arteta is the best manager in the world right now.
Oh man!
Oh my days!
What the fuck is that about? I'll repeat it. If you don't consider the trophies, right? So obviously trophies don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter or having the best manager in the world. Well, how can he be the best manager in the world if he ain't won nothing?
Oh, mate, some of these people, some of the stuff that they say is just ridiculous. Seriously? It's ridiculous. It's like Wolfie doing that T-shirt on fucking Dan Potts. Oh, we're going to beat you at the weekend and all this and the other. Yeah, fucking hold that, bro. Fucking hold that, because now you're going to disappear like you normally do when Forest lose. You talk the shit and then Forest lose. Now, fair enough, I haven't talked the shit. I ain't turned around to Jez and said we're going to beat you at the Emirates or anything like that. But this guy just talks the shit all the time. And then, you know, as soon as it goes wrong, he just disappears. Oh, I've got to look after my kids. I've got to do this, that, and the other. Absolute pussy, bro. No, I hadn't watched the game yet, fella. Yeah, and what? And evening, Danny. what do these people come? Where do these people come from? And what the fuck? That is the most. You know what? It hurts me. I mean, even though I'm not an Arsenal fan, that shit actually hurts me because I just find it so fucking disgraceful to say that this guy's the best manager and yeah, he's never won fuck all. That makes no sense.
It's another one that's just putting it out there to get likes and clicks and bullshit.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
absolutely.
How and you're showing your face, right?
Yeah.
And you actually think that's worth saying. I mean, are these people actually? Do they actually have a brain? That's my
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, why would you say that? It's nonsensical.
It is. It's like me saying that we was the better team today.
Yeah.
It just makes no fucking sense.
The worst part in our game today, believe it or not, kind of thing, even though the scoreline, Spurs didn't even get into second gear. They didn't need to.
No.
That's how shocking we were. Oh, I've just seen that Suchek challenge again, man. Jesus, man, what was he thinking?
That challenge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
crazy.
And he apologises to the fan. He puts his hands up to say, like, I'm at fault. Yeah, doesn't matter. The game was already done at that point, but even still.
I might return to live streaming for Bayern versus Chelsea game during the week. Still struggling with this week's events, man. Yeah,
Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. Bro. I mean, you mentioned earlier about the stadiums and stuff like that. So, behind us, the only thing we couldn't, unfortunately, with Upton Park, there wasn't much we could do with it.
No.
The only thing we could do was where you see the front of the stadium, that stand now, was literally turn the pitch to come that way because we bought there was a school in front of that area and the church in the corner. We bought both of those. We could turn the stadium round. But then the London Stadium come about because, unfortunately, where Upton Park is, you've got the service road where you couldn't exactly go over that. You had a block of flats behind the other stand. You had a side turning road which the buses went to the old bus depot, and then, of course, you had the front where you see behind me. And we literally had to turn the pitch from being the way it was to the side angle to get the length, and that was it. And there was plans driven up. I think it was going to be like a 55-seater stadium, but then of course up come the Olympics, and then they sowed that seed. Yep, we're going to go sit in the Europes. You'll be able to sit like you are at Upton Park. You'll be right on top of the pitch, and then you sat like 30 foot away from it.
Yeah,
you needed binoculars with them 50 pence binoculars so you could see what people were doing. And it's still like that to this day.
The thing is, when you've got like businessman owners coming in, they're always going to go for something bigger, And the problem with it is when you get businessman owners coming in, they're not bothered about the feeling that the fans have for their ground or whatever like that. They're just thinking about the big money. Same as with the Emirates, same as with your London Stadium and all this, that and the other. Fair play to Marinakis. He kept us at the City Ground. How long that's going to go, we don't know. But, I think when you lose that, you lose the heart. You lose the heart of what you are. You lose exactly what it is, what you're about, and I think that's a massive thing. It is a real massive thing.
100%. I mean, the thing was, when we bid for the stadium, us and Newham Council, they won it. They got the stadium, and they were going to redevelop it into a proper football stadium. But of course, the problem was at the same time, Levy wanted to redevelop White Hart Lane. And Haringey Council were playing hardball and didn't want to do it. So he
Yeah,
threatened, well, if that's the case, we'll pull out then, and we'll move over to the London Stadium, which then forced them, to go, okay, we'll give you that planning permission. Then you had Barry Hearn at Leighton Orient. Well, we're only a mile away from there. We should be the rightful owners, blah, blah, blah. And of course, Sadiq Khan comes in. I still want Athletics to be here. So, yeah, you can't have it. And that's where we are now. But I think the biggest problem was when, they got Moyes in, got shot of him, brought Pellegrini in, which was, again, fucking hell, that was a mistake, 100%. Got Moyes back in again, got him into, it's up to the semi-finals, got us into a final, and then got us into the quarters. And it's from that winning that Europa Conference, I think that's when Sullivan thought, hold on, this has backfired a little bit. I didn't expect us to get here that quick. That means we've now got to invest more to kind of keep that going. And I don't think he wanted it. And that's why the last season of Moyes, and this is my opinion of it, I definitely think that Sullivan said, well, your contract's coming into an end and that. If you don't get a couple of results and stuff, your contract's not getting renewed. And for me, I saw a different style of West Ham from that point. Moyes wasn't the same. You could see this way of the setup of the team. You could see the way he managed it. He just down tools. And it was a no-brainer. And then you hear the bullshit of, well, a new contract got put onto the table. They then ripped it up and then give him another one. And that's when he said, stick up your ass.
Yeah.
And then we got plugging Pellegrini in, and the rest was history from that point onwards.
Do you think that you would have, this goes to you and to Jez, of course, you first, but do you think you'd have people walking out the stadium if you still had the old stadium?
I doubt it very much.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I doubt it very much. I mean, unless, of course, they do this, if they're doing the same kind of shithouse we were seeing at the moment, up to Park, maybe possibly. The difference being was when you had like the Kearns in control, and then of course you had Terence Brown. When they did protest, Then obviously you had the Icelandic people which came in, which then went bust overnight when the Icelandic economy system collapsed overnight. Then coming Gold and Sullivan. They had protests at Upton Park, absolutely crapped themselves because obviously, the fans could be near them. They did exactly the same thing at the London Stadium when it was still going peak tong. And then once Gold went, and it was just Sullivan and Brady, Sullivan made sure that no one can get anywhere near him. So he literally comes in underneath the tunnel, apparently, so they're saying. Comes into the tunnel, that you can make a way up to the directors' boxes and that, and come back out again without even seeing anyone. That's our owner.
That's not a good sign, is it?
Don't give a shit about us, basically, Jetty. That's what he does. Don't care about.
No, he don't. He don't give a fuck, does he? Michael Jones says, can't have a debate anymore without upsetting the shrinking violets. No, fuck him. Hey, don't let that beat you, bro. Don't let that beat you. Keep saying whatever you've got to say. Big up to Joanne as well. Big up Jack. Big up Jack, mate. Big up Danny. And evening, Joanne. Yeah, don't let that beat you. At the end of the day, you still got to say what you've got to say, regardless of kind of what happens. Crazy shit goes on in the world. People have debates and get shot, which is absolutely disgraceful, to be quite honest with you, but it is what it is. But Jez, on your point of view, did people walk out of Highbury?
Yes, yeah, I can remember. Yes, they did. Yes, Terry Neal's days. Yes, people were leaving. Yeah, people were walking out. I was
one about the good days though, when you had when it was good.
No. Of course not.
No.
Of course not. In the glory days, no, not at all. People were still in the ground for half an hour after the game.
Yeah.
singing, chanting, doing all the usual shit. But you know, when we went, there was that time, of course, from 2015, 14, when the Emirates fans were walking out, fans were fighting each other about the Arteta out, Wenger out.
Yeah.
And it got big. It got quite nasty.
Mm.
And it was a great shame to see that happening. But it will come again. It will come again. I mean, last season, I've been told, I was not there, but Kenny and DJB told me, and Aaron told me, fans were fighting last year.
Really?
To get Arteta out. And it will, if it all goes south again, right, it will happen again.
Do you think it's going to all go south? Do you think that he's going to continue to be to keep doing what he's doing and keep getting lucky? I mean, I'm not saying he's got lucky today, but you know, getting lucky.
Of course he will. Of course he will. Kenny Ken's adamantly saying that he thinks his personal thinking is this. I don't agree with Kenny on this one, but he thinks that he will, if it all goes horribly south, he will walk out himself. I don't think he will.
I don't think he'll walk.
I think what will happen is if it all goes shit and we're on, let's say hypothetically, come January, we're sitting in 5th or 6th spot, off the race, not done well with the FA Cup. We're not doing well in the league. So let's say we're out the League Cup and we're sitting in 5th or 6th. FA Cup 3rd round comes about in January. We haven't done particularly well in the Champions League. I think come the end of the season, if we don't win anything, it will be the board will turn around and say, right, we're not going to sack you. I think you do the honourable thing and resign gracefully, which is what they did with Wenger. They didn't sack him. They said to him, with respect for what you've done at the club, we will honour the fact of what you've achieved, which is a bit of a silly argument, really, because Arteta has done fuck all. But,
yes.
We respect what you've done. Therefore, we will let you go gracefully. We'll pay you off and you can go. That's what I think will happen. I don't think he'll walk out voluntarily.
No, I don't.
You're not going to make 15 million quid a year.
No, if you look at it and the way he's doing things, there's no way this guy's going to walk, because he's doing things on the pitch now and he's making the players not bother with the striker because he's proven his point that we don't need a striker. You know, Eze does it differently and always looks for Gyökeres. If you notice, he's always looking for Gyökeres. Yeah, he did today with the cross in, and Gyökeres scored. If he'd have put him in the 10, he would have been looking for Gyökeres all the time. So it will make Arteta look bad, and I think that's exactly what he's done. And that, to me, is not a club player. I mean, interesting question, Jez. If Arsenal, all of a sudden, right, this is a crazy question, but if Arsenal all of a sudden changed their name to Arteta FC, do you think these people will buy the shirts and get rid of the Arsenal name?
Of course they would.
Of
course they would. Of course they would. I mean, it's never going to happen,
No, that's sad as shit, though, isn't it?
I pray to God it never happens. But
That is sad as shit if they did.
But at the end of the day, it'll be one or two things that gets him out. It will be the management because he has failed, capitulated, right? Or it will be the fans. At the end of the day, it was the fans that got Wenger out.
Yeah.
Voting with their feet, not turning up, not spending money. I mean, I can still remember when I went last season, I was going as a season ticket holder in 2016. There was games where half the ground was empty. Not turning up. But then the club has done a dirty. And I think it's a dirty thing they've done. As Kenny explained to me, DJB, if you miss 3 games without putting your ticket in for exchange, you lose your season ticket.
Yeah.
Now that is a totalitarian state.
Yeah.
They're saying, well, if you don't turn up, then we'll give you, if you don't turn up for 3 games by voting, right, with your feet. You know, guys, if you put your ticket into ticket exchange, right, and it goes for 8,500 quid, you know, whatever the price on the day is, somebody's going to buy it. Somebody's going to have that ticket because there's some ridiculous amount. I don't know the number now, but I was told a couple of 3 years ago the amount of people on the waiting list to get a season ticket at the Emirates. So you know the amount of people that are queuing up to get a match day ticket.
Yeah.
I've seen the prices today, right? I was looking it up because somebody was asking about getting a ticket for Arsenal Man City. On ticket exchange, 150 quid.
Fucking hell, man.
50 fucking quid, man. And you're not even in a good, like, you're up there in the gods. As Tony said, you're like fucking binoculars. You know? And like 150 quid for that.
Yeah.
Jesus, come on, man. It's disgraceful.
Yeah. Tony, do you have these, like, not top gooners, but those top hammers or whatever that, like, give it the big one, even though it's not very good?
I'm going to tell you a story in a minute. Go to Tony and I'm going to tell you a story.
Yeah, no worries.
I mean, obviously, there's when you look at it, there is very kind of subdued in that respects because you have like West Ham fan TV and that, and he has a big influence. He goes to all the games, home and away, and I think give Nicky his due. What he tries to do, he actually will speak to the fans, so he tries to keep it on a level in that respect. So, at least he's trying to still be a fan, even though the channel's quite big. The biggest problem we've got an owner that tries to subdue that kind of context, because if you kind of say too much, then he'll just ban you. So he tries to kind of keep it contained. Hence why, say, they've got this the fan foundation thing that had the meeting with the ball, or and Matt had the meeting with old Brady, and from that they didn't actually like the answers and that, and wanted her to resign. But as I said, she stayed on. So we were a little bit different in that respect. You know, like always, you're going to have someone that's a bit self-opinionated, and so nothing really thinks to yourself, yeah, you need to shut up, kind of thing. Like, the club tries to do that at the best of times for us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we have that. I mean, there's one or two, like, on Facebook and stuff like that. And there's, like, Wolfie who sort of gives it the big one before the game and all that, and then hides away after we lose. But other than that, I mean, I don't think we really have this top gooner thing, which is just insane. It's just fucking insane. But, Jez, go for your story, bro.
No, it's I just found it quite funny, actually. After the Arsenal game, I had to pop down the shop to get some bits and bobs, and I took our Jag out, our classic car, and it's a lovely day. Popped up, went in the shop, got what I needed to get. There's a young couple in there, got to be late 20s, maybe early 30s. I came out, and this young young guy, and he's looking at the Jag. He said, "Oh, is this yours?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, it's lovely." He said, "You're a man of taste. You know, you like great car." I said, "Yeah, it's got its problems. It's an old car. You know, it has." At the moment, the latest one is the speedo likes to work when it wants to work. You know what I mean? And it's an electrical fault. It's going in on the 26th to get it sorted out, whatever. And he said, also, you've got great choice. I said, "What's that?" He said, "You're an Arsenal fan." He said, "I'm a gooner." I said, "Are you?" I said, "You're a gooner." And he went, "And you know how much it winds me up."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, you were there in the 80s, were you?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, do you know what a gooner is?" And he went, "Arsenal fan." I said, "So you're a gooner?" And he went, "Yeah." I said, "So you were there in the 80s then with the firm?" "Don't know what you mean." I said, "Well, you're not a fucking gooner." And I said, he was looking at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I just got in the car and drove off. I hate it when people say that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, the thing is, though, the problem is Arsenal are actually using it as a thing. Because if you look at like the Arsenal stuff, they say, "Are you all gooners or are you all not?" You know, so they're actually using it as a thing as well.
Back in the 70s, 80s probably, they disassociated themselves with the gooners. They didn't.
Of course they did.
And now everybody's a fucking gooner, and I'm like, right, yeah, okay, of course you are not. You know what I mean?
I find it really disrespectful. It's like if you're an Hell's Angel and you see somebody with a patch, and then all of it on the back of their jackets and stuff like that, but they're not part of anything. You know, it's a disrespect thing, because when people earn those things, they earn those things. You know, it's same as being a gooner. It's same as being from the FEC, the Forest Executive Crew. You know, you earn those things. You know, so you can't just all of a sudden start turning around and saying you're a gooner, because you're not a gooner. You know, you're a gunner. You're a gunner. That's what you are, not a gooner.
Yeah, I think I confused him. He was looking at me like he didn't know what do you mean. Yeah, I didn't press it because he's a nice guy, and I was like, "Yeah, you obviously don't know what a gooner is, then, do you?"
No, exactly.
Just left it there. So
yeah. Danny says Wenger had class, Arteta just pathetic excuses. Wenger was class, to be fair. At the start, he did some fucking awesome stuff, and he brought some really good youth players through as well. I don't know what happened to them, but there was some really good players there. If those aliens come to Earth, can they drop in the Emirates and take Arteta for tests and put another light bulb in front of him? Well, they'll probably do the anal probe with the light bulb, to be fair. But Michael Chelsea says Arteta ain't going anywhere, and that's a fact, no matter what anyone does. No, he's not ever going to walk. He's too big-headed to walk. Good to see Tom here. He doesn't appear often. Yeah, big up to Tom, man. Big up to Tom, man.
he will go.
Well, he's slumming it on my channel tonight. He's slumming it on my channel tonight, and I appreciate that massively. These people don't even know Arsenal, and those people don't know their club. No, I mean, you can't, like I say, you can't like take these names on. You know, it's like when I went into Nottingham and I've got like a Nottingham hoodie, and it's to do with ice hockey. Yeah, it's to do with the Nottingham Panthers, and the back thing says IC, and then it says Nottingham Panthers at the bottom. Sons of Nottingham, it says. Yeah, and I was approached by somebody who was an Hells Angel, and he said, "What the fuck is that?" And I went, "Well, it's to do with like ice hockey and stuff like that." I said, "It looks like a patch that I spent years to fucking earn." You know what I mean? So that's disrespectful to me. And I went, "Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't realise it was going to be anything like that. It's just to do with ice hockey." And he was just like, "Can you reinvert it?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." You know what I mean? Because it's they fucking go on to do different things to actually earn those things. You know, so same as like Sons of Anarchy stuff. I know it's Sons of. I mean, the problem is you've got all these things on like Temu. You've got fucking leather jackets that's actually got these rockers on the back and got these MCs and stuff like that. And it's just like it's disrespectful to them. And you can understand that.
Yeah, of course. Thing is, though, as you said, the old Chinese don't realise that. They just copy any old shit and then put it out there regardless. You know?
Hey, he can put you in some very fucking nasty situations. Very nasty situations.
I mean, obviously, slightly kind of different to your story, but I never forget I used to call an upholstery at a place called Shawford, just outside of Southampton. And his daughter managed to date a Portsmouth fan, and which fucking rolled him because he was staunch Saints fan, like, you know, fucking daughter's, you know, seeing a scammer kind of thing. And he's and he moved in with her down in Portsmouth and things like this around Fratton, and their mate come down from Sunderland. So back in the days then, the Sunderland kit was very similar to the Southampton kit coming down this way. And here's his mate in his car during the summertime. He's pulled up at these traffic lights in Fratton High Street. And as he's waiting for the lights to change, these two brick shit asses have both leant into the vehicle and that, looked at the shirt and then saw the, you know, the Sunderland badge, and they've suddenly gone, "Sorry, mate, thought you were someone else." And, you know, and he's like, he feared for his life at that point because he knew he could have been just dragged out of the car and beaten senseless. But and that's the thing, isn't it? And it's things like you said, like Temu doing these copycat things, and like Jess saying the Gooner thing. It's like, yeah, know your history before you kind of label yourself. You know, because at the end of the day, and that you've got to earn them stripes, like you were saying,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, you do. You have to earn those stripes.
When Dal was over here for, you know, he came to see Oasis in Edinburgh, and he went to he found a shop, a football history shop, and he bought some Arsenal. You know, this guy obviously sells football memorabilia.
Yeah,
he bought some Arsenal programs, which he sent pictures of to me. I said, "Oh, fucking hell, brilliant!" You know, and all that. And he said to me, "Yeah, I was looking for a herd badge," and I went, "Down, you'll never get one of them, mate."
Nah.
If you, I said, not being disrespectful, mate. If you've got that badge, right, then don't ever wear it, because not in the UK anyway. It wouldn't matter in America, of course. It doesn't matter over there. But don't, because he was coming down to London, right, to meet up with the boys. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it. I said, "Don't do it, mate. If you found one, don't fucking wear it.
No.
You've only got to meet one person, mate. You have a bad day out."
Yeah.
That is massive disrespect. And that really wouldn't go down well.
No.
Thankfully, he didn't get one, and he wouldn't. because nobody's going to sell them. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure China will. Somebody in China now will.
Yeah, I mean, you only got to look on Temu, mate. There's loads of them, with these back patches and the rockers and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, you only earn those kind of things if you're like, somebody that's bought into it, and then you earn that kind of thing. So he's massively disrespectful. Massively disrespectful.
Well, there was that guy, wasn't there, in on YouTube, who had he had the Hell's Angels tattoo on his arm, and he had AFA, Angels Forever, Forever Angels, and all that on it. And he got caught. He wasn't one, and he got caught out by the whoever they were, whatever it was. And they respectfully said to him, "Get rid of that, or we'll get rid of it for you."
Yeah.
He didn't. They got up with him again. And this is in the UK, by the way. And
yeah.
They took it off with a fucking angle grinder.
Yeah. Oh, the world. Yeah. Or burn it off.
Well, he just took off his bloody skin off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't do that sort of thing. It's Tony. I know a couple of guys. Right.
Back in a sec, guys.
From your crew, the ICF.
Mm-hmm.
I still drink with one of them. I'm not going to name him, but he's my age now. He's an old git. Nice fella, really. But I show him respect because I know what he did back in the day. He shows me respect. But the thing is, you don't go around shouting these things out when. I mean, you wouldn't get young kids now at West Ham, would they? Would you? Going around shouting out ICF and all this and all having tattoos of ICF and all this. You're going to have bloody your ear pulled and say, "Oi." You don't do that. You don't do that.
No, I said there's a level of respect with that now, isn't it? I mean, whereas some of them think that, if they want to kind of go down that road, they'll soon come up, get their comeuppance, because it's a case of like, no, you're not a trooper. You're not. If you wanted to be one of them kind of thing, there's certain things you got to do to be there before anything else. So don't give me that you're one of them, because you're definitely not.
No.
And it's good, mate. I think, like you said, it's good that there's a mutual respect between the two of you, and that regarding. You think the rivalry and full well things what went on to show that kind of level of respect to each other, and that just shows you that's really you can't make that up, because that's so poignant because of what I mean. There is some seriously bad stuff went on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I first. It's ironic in life, right? He properly lived out West Ham way, in the East End, and I didn't know who the fuck he was until 40 years ago, and it was at Highbury, the infamous game, and. It was all going off, and it happened, and I ended up toe to toe with him. Funny enough, nothing much happened between us because the police were there, but we were giving it all the big lies, like you do, like all the mouth and all that. And the ICF got taken down at half time, back down the clock end, and I always remember this guy. I always remember he had a fucking big scar down here, right? And it's ironic. Many, it's probably 9 years ago. I was in my local, right, and this guy walked in, bald head like me, like you, and I thought, I fucking know you. I know your face, and he didn't really know me. I thought, I fucking know you, and I said to him, "You're West Ham, aren't you?" And he went, yeah, how'd you know? I said, I remember you at fucking Highbury 40 odd years ago in the North Bank. And you and I were toe to toe, but the police were in front of us. And he went, I don't remember you. And anyway, I just said, well, I know you. And he went like this, like that. I said, look, shake hands. They were the days, you know, and I've drunk with him ever since. And he's a right nice fella, really.
Mm.
And we've related our stories and things and sat down like the old boys we are. And he's a proper nice guy. Budgie would know him.
Mm.
Budgie would know him.
Yeah. Michael Chelsea says, I've seen Arsenal fans saying Theo Walcott is a legend of the game. The bar must be dreadfully low there. And Michael, lots of idiots out there. Big up to Mr. Jossie J for the raid. Big up, bro. Thank you for that, matey. Big up to you. Make sure you go over and follow Jossie J. Yes, he will be back soon. Yes, he's back now. Big up, yay, Jossie J. I mean, not me. Big up, yay. I've come over from Jossie J's channel. I have, mate. Yeah, big up to you, Adam. Thank you, bro. And big up, Danny. Some over 89 stopped hooliganism. Yeah, I'll tell you another thing that fucking grates my nerves as well. Stolen valor.
Not true. It didn't stop it.
Stolen valor. That annoys me.
Oh, God.
That annoys me to shit.
You watch that guy that I watched, don't you?
Yeah, well, I did. I don't know where his channel is. He still got a channel? Because I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, no. What he's done, he's now got. You have to subscribe. You have to. What do you call it? Be a member.
Ah, right. On like a website or something.
Yeah, because that's not him. That's YouTube did that.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
What he got,
Yeah.
he got done for calling 2 or 3 people out.
Mm.
Stolen valor.
Yeah.
And YouTube fucking jumped on it. And so every now and again he will release one on YouTube, but get his regular content.
You have to drop me the website, Jez, because I do like the guy.
I'm not a member. I haven't.
Oh, you're not?
I haven't.
Okay.
No. But every now and again he will drop one on YouTube, but it's not like it used to be where he'd do 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah.
He does do them. I mean, he's fucking class, that guy.
Well, he's absolutely brilliant. I mean, he was, what is it, Bozeman? Was it a Bozeman?
He's senior Bozeman. What do you call it? Senior Bozeman.
Is it Bozeman? I can't remember what it was now.
But he was a Navy SEAL. So
yeah.
He's absolute fucking class. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to get a clout off him.
No. I mean, he's like fucking a proper like Navy SEAL who calls out all people that's pretending to be Navy SEAls.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, you know what? I mean, you look at it, right? And you look at the people that are the leaders, the Keir Starmers and all that kind of stuff. And we're no better. Go on, say, sorry.
His name's Don Shipley.
That's it, yeah, Don Shipley. You look at all these people that's like in charge going on in the world with Keir Starmers and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people are no better because if they can make money out of anything, they will do. You know, lack of creativity, all that kind of stuff. We are YouTubers. We try and create different things all the time. But then, I don't know about you guys, but then you look at YouTube and you see people doing things and you think, why am I putting so much thought into this? And it's so easy to sort of do it without doing anything.
Yeah. True.
Crazy, isn't it?
True. That is very true, man.
I think, yeah, because when you look at that side of things, it's a case of, and we try not to be. It's all right being self-opinionated sometimes, but when you see certain people where they kind of rah 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 and shouting and all this kind of stuff, just to get the subs up, because unfortunately, on this day and age, people like to see that sort of things. Whereas when you think about it, as we can have our moments like that, but briefly. But we just try and talk about the game and our clubs and this and the other. And sometimes it's a case of, oh, you're too soft, you're too nice, you can't be saying anything. We want to see more. And
that's right, Tony. You're so right, mate. I've seen this now.
100%.
I've said this. 100%. I've said this on to. We've talked about this, Yeti.
Yeah.
People want reaction.
Yeah.
They want you to have a rant. Oh, fuck this, blah, blah, da-da, right? And we've all done it. We've all done it. But when you see people continually doing it, I think, no, that's boring. You're only doing it for the fact that people are going to watch it.
Yeah.
Smash your likes up and smash your subs up.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. I'd rather do like Yeti, Tony, other channels, right? Put out what I call creative content. Stuff you've thought about, stuff that you're knowledgeable about, stuff that is to me it's far more entertaining than listening to somebody just go
It's true, just Jesus, man.
I don't find it interesting. I switch off.
Yeah.
There was and it was an Arsenal channel, and there's one of the guys, and I ain't going to say who it is in there because he's already kind of made a name for himself, all for the wrong reasons. But there's 1 minute I thought he put the microphone down his gob. He's talking away and that, and then suddenly, and it's like he's one of them grunge blokes, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing there, kind of thing, like, I had to get that off my chest. Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah,
of course you did. You knew full well you're playing the game when you're doing that shit straight away.
This is why I've never been interested on going on other people's channels, because it's like, I mean, I like going on Jez's channel, I like going on your channel, but anybody that's like just wants grief or whatever, to me, it's just like it's like the old rap battles. We could like sort out after this stream and go, hey Tony, let's fucking do a stream and have an argument against each other, and then people will go to your channel, and then people go to my channel to see what I'm gonna say or whatever. And I've never been about that, to be honest. I just like to be honest and real. Yes, I will get angry at certain points when dickheads are in the chat, which I don't get many, to be quite honest, but when I do get them, they're gone, and that's it, and that's the way it'll always be. And Baltor says rage bait, clickbait is bottom of the barrel. Absolutely, and that's 100%. The way I've always looked at it. Yeah, that's the way I've always looked at it. We could all have sorted out at some point where I'm going to fall out with you, Tony, and you're going to fall out with me, and all this, that, and the other. We could have made that a big thing, me falling out with Jez or whatever, and we could have made that a big thing. But we don't do that. We just do our own thing. We create our own things, and we get on really well. And I have to say, Jez, since you like changed your name to like Jez's Arsenal, you fucking boomed. You've absolutely fucking boomed. So that was the right choice, because I don't think people could find you before that, but you have actually boomed up from doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was
and you deserve it as well. I'll say that as well.
Thank you. It was a few people that said it, seeing me on other channels, and said, "Oh, can't find where you are." And blah blah blah, and then it was Lee, I believe, who said, "Jez, maybe change your name because it's a bit of a mouth."
Yeah.
No, it wasn't him. It was somebody else. It was somebody in my chat that said, "Jez, maybe change your name. It's a bit of a mouthful." And I said, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." And you know the rest of the story. You know the story.
Yeah.
Then when I did change it, all of a sudden it went.
Did. Yeah, and it deserved to as well.
But,
exactly.
The thing is, if people are going to look for you, they're going to put Jez in the search, and they're not going to find Arsenal history and more by Jez. You get what I mean? So it definitely made a difference.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, sometimes people don't like doing it, but it is beneficial sometimes to change that, and especially when, you know, I mean, not being funny, Jez, you said going on other shows and that, you are recognisable. Everyone knows you because, you know, you can see the respect in the chat kind of thing. Like, you know, they like hearing your comments and your feedback and saying it as it is kind of thing. Like, you know, and there's not many people you can say, I mean, yeah, he's one of them. You know, say it as it is. And, you know, there's certain people that, I don't like hearing that. But there's other people, like, you know, that's someone who knows his stuff. It's a big difference, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But unfortunately, on that note, I've got to go to bed because I've got to be up early in the morning for work again. Thanks for having me on, mate. You know, it was nice to have a nice, relaxing chat. It was good. And Jez, great for having you coming on as well. Always a pleasure having you. When we
see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely, we do that, you know. And well, yeah, you see the
call your channel out. Call your channel out before you go, bro.
Up the Reds. Oh, is it the one? No, sorry, that's the wrong one. So that's the other channel. It's fucktards and retards and that. Don't like Sullivan. Get that's the channel. But no, Abbas Football TV. I'll send the link out to you guys for the Sunday night takeaway for tonight because it is now in Sunday as well. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Absolutely love what they're doing that, and of course the pub.
Cheers, bro.
The final whistle, mate. Yeah, good show all the time in there. People in the chat, don't forget about this man and obviously Jez as well. And thank you again, mate. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, Tony.
Good night. All.
Yeah,
and you as well, Jez. Take care, mate. Bye now.
Love
you. Yeah, take care, guys. Take care, guys. I meant take care, Tony. Michael says, never interested in the fake clickbait and shit. Nah, I've never been interested in that. Big up, mate. Same. Absolutely don't like it. Up the fucking Reds. Take it easy, Tony. Big up, Tony. Tont, as always. Yeah, Tont's a fucking awesome guy. Good night, Tony, and laughs. And his work rate is unreal. Your effort you put in, fella. Yeah, it's just, I just go for it. So
true. You do put the work in, man. I mean, it's like there's a few out there. Shane's work rate. Shane Gooner. His work rate, man, is relentless. I'm thinking, I ought to do more, but I just at the moment just haven't got the time. I have more important things to worry about. But that one I did tonight was a very quick little show, 40 odd minutes.
It's a good show.
I just thought the thing is though, I just stuck to the pertinent points. It's like with Salah. I could have done a moany show, but there's nothing really a lot to moan about. I'm always like to be honest and fair, and I gave credit to Arteta. I thought his substitutions were right today. Whether he'll stick to that team lineup, I don't know. On Tuesday night at 5 p.m, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see about that.
I don't actually think he could have got his substitutions wrong today, to be honest, because we was just absolutely woeful.
Now, what I meant was he did it in the right, knowing that game on Tuesday night is coming up.
Mm.
He did it at the right time. Maybe he was looking forward ahead to the game on Tuesday, thinking, right, let's not take any risks now.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what I'm trying to say. That he actually looked at it and said, right, okay, game's done, 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Game's over.
Yeah.
I don't see Forest coming back. Don't go overly defensive. The defence is working right, and let's change it up a little bit. So I'll give him credit for that. I can't deny it. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, to be quite honest, the credit's got to come down to the way he set up today as well. Because, you know, as having Murato at left back, you know, putting Madueke on there, obviously, because you got no Saka. But I thought it was spot on in that respect, whether he's lucky or whatever that we have Murato on the left back or whatever. But we weren't there today. No. We wasn't there today. And that, to me, is very disappointing. But, you know, you have to just get on with it. There's no point sort of like giving it this and giving it that. So you have to just get on with it. You got another one over us. So, but apparently, I looked at Kenny Ken's thing on Instagram, and there was people in there saying that, oh, well, fucking Lee Gunner's still got something to moan about. I mean, I don't know what he's moaning about or whatever, but they seem to go for him all the time, don't they?
They will. They will. I don't know. I haven't seen any of it, to be honest. So I don't know. He's always going to get the heat. Of course he is. Because, you know, when he got 130-odd thousand subscribers, you're going to get people that are going to come out and call it out. And that's the way life is, I'm afraid. I mean, I had somebody the other day come in my chat going on about this DM thing that's come about that somebody put out there that Lee was talking about from some years ago. And this guy was saying, I hope you're going to unsubscribe from Lee. I'm a father of a 19-year-old and I think you should unsubscribe from him. I said, well, it's nothing to do with me. I know no fuck all about it. I ain't seen it. And no, I'm not going to unsubscribe. And he replied back saying, well, if you don't, I'm going to unsubscribe from you. I said, well, unsubscribe then. Fuck off.
What the fuck is that about, man?
Like, it's nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into something I don't know anything about.
No. And everybody does do that, don't they? Or Lee said this, or what do you think about this, Jez? It's like, well, are you going to tell, what was that thing the other day when that guy came in and went, or are you going to have a go at Lee for saying this? And you was like, no. So I'm not his fucking dad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get involved. If it's nothing to do with me, I'm not going to get involved.
And that's the best way to be.
I ain't got the facts. I ain't got the details. And if I was to say, yeah, you know, and it turns out some other bullshit, who's the fucking idiot? Me.
Exactly. And this is the thing. They try and get you in a trap, don't they?
Yeah.
To try and get you in a trap where you're going to, like, if it's nothing to do with me, I ain't going to get involved in it. That's it. Same as you.
He put it around loads of different channels that are associated with Lee. Now, when I say associated, people that go on Lee's channel, that's what I mean by association. And he put around all these people, and they all said, fuck off, not interested. Nothing to us.
No.
You know, we don't know anything about it. I mean, I haven't even seen this DM. So I said, well, it is what it is. You know, it's not illegal.
No.
If it was something bad, then I would have a different view on it. But it's not illegal. Say,
Yeah.
so I don't want to get involved. Thank you.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you totally. Michael says, shame others don't love that British flag. Our fallen soldiers died for us. Absolutely. And the British flag is class, always has been, 100%. And Bob Bose, big up, Jez. Yeah, so, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And you're always going to get these situations, same as I get people coming in here talking about Wolfie and stuff like that. I'm not really bothered about Wolfie. Wolfie's another AFTV. You know, his channel's another AFTV. The only thing I have an issue with him with is like he'll come out beforehand, before a game, like he has done with Arsenal. I think it was on the Dan Potts channel, saying that we're going to beat you at the Emirates. But then as soon as it don't happen, he hides away.
Who are we talking about?
Wolfie, Forest Fan TV.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Wolfie, the bloody.
No, not Wolfgang Division. No, he's sad. He's sad. That's why I don't like talking about Wolfie, because it sounds like I'm talking about him, but he's absolutely sad.
Hang around for a while. I haven't seen him around.
You know what? Big respect to Wolfgang, because Wolfgang just gets on with his old thing. He gets on with his own thing, and he just keeps going with his own thing. So big up to him. Big up to Wolfgang. But Wolfgang Division.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm subscribed to him, but I ain't seen nothing coming about.
I ain't seen anything come up on my stream or anything like that. But hopefully he's all right. I'll have to send him a message, make sure he's all right.
Yeah, I haven't seen any notifications because
as Barbara anyway.
Yeah, she not bad, mate. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
cool. She's got her back on some proper food now. She went. It's funny, really, fucking funny. She went through this thing that the only thing, it's like when women get pregnant, right? They go for these eating certain foods, and the only thing she would eat was shell-on prawns, with and then dip them into hollandaise sauce, right? And I was buying these bags of bloody prawns from the shop, frozen, and then I'd defrost them and cook them, and then she'd sit there and have a big pot of them. And just, anyway, it transpired the doctor wasn't happy. He said, "No, that's you need more substance than that. You need more than just that. It's not enough." And so now I'm doing her a meal tomorrow, which is her choice. I'm currently mounted. It's a saddle of venison. It's her favourite meat, actually, venison. And I'm currently marinating it, and we're going to have that tomorrow night with potatoes and veg. But yeah, it's good. She's starting to get her appetite back now. She went through, wouldn't eat, just wouldn't eat fuck all. And but now they've adjusted the chemo because she had that very bad week and she was seriously ill. She's now, they've balanced it, and we got another 3 weeks to go. The only thing's now we do get a day off on a Sunday. We're having to go up there and have the old chemo, but yeah, they're happy. They reckon they're going to do a scan. Is it this week or next week? When's the 22nd? Oh, it's a week Monday, you know.
Yeah,
they're going to do a scan, and hopefully it's reduced, and then well, we'll see, mate. We will see.
Well, I mean, chemo's always going to knock the shit out of you because it takes away your immune system and everything like that. Then
She
you have
doesn't
to be very careful.
She's sleeping in the far back bedroom.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go out and pass anything on to her.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's her immune system right now is fucking zero.
Yeah.
So grandkids aren't allowed here. The only person that's allowed here is me.
Yeah.
So I have to do everything. Fucking hell. So
Yeah.
cleaning, cooking, everything.
Yeah. But I mean, big love to Bob. Yeah. Absolutely.
I do tell people that they're,
all the time
and everything, and she appreciates it. And thing is, all she does is sleep.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that can recharge the batteries, can't it? Who on earth is this Frank Hastings? I don't even know anything about this, but that's titter for you. Just let him and Lee gonna fight it out. Who cares? I don't know anything about that, to be honest. Last minute 0-0 header from 9 meters and goal. And Danny, no mate, I've been asleep for the last few hours. I'll see match of the day later. And thumbs up to Michael. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a difficult situation, isn't it, when your loved one's on chemo.
Yeah, it's not nice seeing you. It's not nice seeing your wife go through it. To be honest, it's horrible. But touching wood, crossing fingers.
Absolutely.
They caught it early, and I can't say any more than that, mate. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everything works out all right. Anyway, mate. You know I'll be there for you anyway. So.
I know that, bro.
Yeah, that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna cut this down now. Big up to everyone who's been in here, and big up to Tony, Hammers Football TV. Big up to Jez as always. Jez, if you want to call out your channel, I think most people know it, but if you want to call out your channel, go for it.
Yeah, it is Jez's Arsenal. Excuse me. And I will be on with tomorrow night. I don't know if you're going to be there as well, but on with Tony's channel, Hammers TV, and then Monday night is the weekly podcast with Lee. My old school show will probably be Wednesday night now, because obviously we're playing Bilbao early doors, 5 o'clock. So I'm going to try and move that if he's available to Wednesday night, and that's about it for me.
Nice. Hope all will go well, Jez, says Danny, and stay strong, Jezza. Absolutely. Cancer affects us all in so many ways. Hope the missus gets well, Jez, man. Absolutely, guys. Thank you for all of those good thoughts, because Jezza is an absolute fucking legend. We all talk legend in different ways. People say I'm a legend. I'm not a legend. I'm just a person. But Jezza is an absolute legend, and Bob is an absolute legend. So, yeah, big up to everyone. Cheers for being in, and keep it real, keep it yay, always. And tatty fucking bye. See you later, guys.
Have a good night. Take care.
I took that off too soon then.